How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sky Odyssey. I'm super excited about this, but first, before we get started, we need to take care of some stuff. Yeah, you see, we're still at the basic island here, nothing fancy. I want to go ahead and get rid of the island and kind of just lay kind of a normal platform, nothing special. We'll get to a really nice base eventually, just I needed a nice flat surface so that we could work. Alrighty, so we went ahead and did a little something, and nothing crazy, just a little platform for us to walk around, you know, do our different things. This will last us quite a while, to be honest, but for now we need to get back into what we were doing. We're in Applied Energistics, looking at our ME system. So to get things started, we're still looking for an ME controller. Skystone we have already determined super easy. Then we need our pure fluix crystal. This, I should have everything I need. I just need to go ahead and get the seed and, you know, place it in water and all of that, because I have to do the water for this. You know, we have to drop the Certus quartz in there, redstone dust, and another quartz. And I guess it gives us 2 crystals, which I can crush, then get our pure fluix crystals. Yeah, whole process of dumping in water, and we'll be okay. So that's number 1. Then we need to also go ahead and start getting in the processors, which is its own, you know, its own task, I guess you could say. So we'll get into that. Okay, so I went ahead, I pulled out our furnace from Industrial Craft. May as well get some use out of it, right? We made it and everything like that, so we may as well put it to good use. So we'll use that to power our ME system eventually, until we get into better power systems such as solar and whatnot, stuff that's renewable, and I don't have to worry about filling it up. But now we're gonna work on this, I guess, our pure fluix crystals. So let's go ahead, chuck our redstone, quartz, and our little thing here. We see a little, oh wow, that was a lot faster than I thought. Okay, gave us a little effect. Cool, I expected that to take a lot longer. So I guess now I can put this into a crusher. If we see here, we need our dust, and we can do this in a couple different ways. We can do this in a Sag Mill, which we should be able to make the Sag Mill now, and I kind of want to do that. Otherwise, we do have the grindstone if I did want to speed things up, because I already have it, we could use it. Or we could get into what we were doing last episode and finish it up. Because if we look, it's dark steel, more dark steel, which is dark steel around an infinity, and that's just honestly a grain of infinity, which we have. Iron ingots, iron nuggets. Yeah, that's not bad anymore. We have everything we need. So let's just go ahead and do this. Why not? So I used the simple Sag Mill over there for temporary while these things do their thing, I guess. I know that these ones take a while. They don't despawn, so it's gonna take a second. So in that time, I want to go ahead and make the Sag Mill, the actual one now. And that's gonna require quite a bit. And the only thing that's really bottlenecking me is like this organic green matter. You know, we can get lapis. I think I can buy lapis, so that's not too bad. We have quartz, and then organic black dye, which is, I think, special to what we have to do with it, because these are more dusts, and then these are dyes. So the black dye comes from, you know, fossil plant matter, and that is through the alloy smelter, and that is just charcoal dust, or, you know, pulverized, you know, coal or charcoal dust. And then we need a slime ball of some sort. And rice slime balls aren't too bad. I went ahead and bought a rice seed so that we could get this started. So, you know, just need some dirt, a hoe, some water, we'll be golden. You can't forget about the chicken manure. Alrighty, so for this organic green dye, we need, you know, our alloy smelter, which we have. We can use that, at least we're going for it. I guess we can use the simple alloy smelter, which I have to go ahead and make, which is just as cheap as the other one, so I'm not too concerned about it. But we need grass clippings now, and that only comes from a Sag Mill, or simple Sag Mill. And for that, we can go ahead and use dandelions. I didn't have any, so I went and made some dirt. You know, I took my philosopher's stone. If you take philosopher's stone on dirt, if you already destroyed your island like I did, you can turn it back in the grass just like so. You know, just using simple EMC whatevers, and you can go ahead, dandelion, toss it in, take some out, and now we throw this in the Sag Mill. And now I wait to get 12 grass clippings, and in the meantime I can go ahead and make the simple alloy smelter. Just like so, we get ourselves a simple machine, or a simple alloy smelter, sorry about that. And we can go ahead, throw this down, why not? And now we got ourselves at least a basic version of what we're trying to achieve. It can do most things, just not all things. And let's see, we're only at 2, so I'm gonna have to wait a while, you know, make sure to take all this, you know, dye out. I guess it's kind of useful in a way, not really, we're not making EMC off this. So, and sadly, these clippings and trimmings are not EMC-able. Alrighty, so after quite a bit, I mean, we went through this much dandelions just to get, you know, 15 trimmings. And I did a little setup. It's not anything crazy, but, you know, we set that up. So now I can go ahead and get our green dye. Luckily, we can EMC this and move on with our day. So that gives us 2 green dye. Go ahead, throw that in there before we forget. Now we can move on to the black dye, which I'm thinking is, yeah, it's just the pulverized coal. So it's really not bad. So I can take coal. Let's just grab 1, why not? Because I think, well, just in case I thought wrong, I think we can use 1. And then it should be able, yeah, it's EMC-able. Okay, so we can just go ahead over here, take our 1, put it in there, let it do its thing. And then this was honestly the easiest one of the 2. That green dye was a lot more challenging. So we can obviously just go like that. Voila. We have our crushed coal, put everything away. I did go ahead and make a double crusher in between, just, you know, so I could speed up our process of making some more EMC. So I think, what, I needed just the 1? Or did I need a lot more for that? I needed 6 to 1. So we need 5 more, and then our slime ball, which is rice. All right, so we can take our simple machine case that we made earlier. Luckily, we can pull that back out, put in our dye that we just made, let that craft up. So now all we need is dark steel, 3 furnaces. We need this dark bimatter gear, which is just dark steel nuggets, super cheap. And then this infinity gear, which is just iron, infinity grain, nothing terrible. And we're set to go. And just like that, finally we got ourselves an alloy furnace, and now I can actually go ahead and make the Sag Mill as well. Should have everything. I already put it into our transmutation table for all these different parts. So it's gonna be super simple to make. And now we got the Sag Mill, so now we're really up and rolling with all this. So let's see. I don't know how much about industrial craft I can do with stuff, but I went ahead. I made this gold cable, and I'm hoping that I can run it along these. Yep, it does not. Now, there is a wrench for this. All right, so we're doing all fine, but this is something new to me, that I have to have a capacitor in here in order for this machine to work. In the past, it used to just be, it's optional and it speed things up. So I guess we're gonna have to go and get one of those now. So let's go take a look at capacitor, and let's make sure I'm spelling that right. C-A-P-A-C-I-T-O-R, yep, I was. And for basic, it's pretty simple. I mean, it's expensive as far as EMC goes, but it's not too bad. I already have the copper, I have the gold nuggets, and, you know, I just have to make 1. And we're golden there. I wonder how high I could go, because that's just pulverized coal, which isn't too bad. It's the energetic alloy that might bottleneck me. Even then, might not. It wouldn't. I want, so we get the first one, then we can get our alloy smelter up and going. That's pretty simple. For top tier, then we need vibrant alloy. How bad are you in this pack? Oh, no different. So it's just energetic with an ender pearl. Ender pearls are super cheap. They're just iron. And yeah, so we can get it all the way up there real quick. All right, so I went and pulled a bunch of materials out so we can go ahead. We need our alloy smelter. So we'll get this thing started. Okay. All right, they explode. That's horrible to know. All right. Okay, that's new. Now, what did you do to my thing? You broke it. Okay, so that turned it basically useless. Awesome, so now I need to go make another one of those, because I don't think I was smart enough to go ahead and make one. Like, actually put it into the system. Nope, I did not. Alright, restart. Alright, I went ahead and replaced our thing, pushed it away a little bit. Maybe, I don't know if it goes through the conduit that blew it up, or if it was just because it was right next to it. Either way, not taking chances. So, I'm going to go ahead, throw these in. We're going to get that started. And while that goes, which it looked like it went really quick, we can also go ahead, make our ender pearl. We'll take that. We'll go ahead, throw that in here. That way we remember the process. And are you done? You're almost there. Boom, energetic alloy. I really need to go ahead and get a tablet. That way, you know, things go a little faster. And then this should be the last one. And honestly, that's really not that expensive to go ahead and, you know, go all the way up in our capacitors. Because now we can actually get into like capacitor banks and whatnot. So that's going to be cool. And that's really cheap. I should still have the pulverized coal saved. And honestly, this is still the double. And then it's just glowstone in the middle. So super easy. You know, I can't tell you what exploded, honestly, because I placed one in here for the first time and nothing happened. Alright. Don't really know exactly what happened with all that, but I guess I can't complain too much. We already have octetic capacitors, and that's probably the easiest I've ever obtained those. So I'm not going to complain, and we can move on. Now that we have a good power source, we have our goal from the last episode of getting these smelters and the Sag Mill. That means I can get rid of a couple of these machines, especially some of these coal generators, because they're a little less efficient than, you know, this one. This one's not that great, but we can upgrade it. That's the important part. So right now, I just have some Eternalist fuel in here. And let's move on to maybe it's just getting into the start of our ME stuff. Maybe not all the way. We probably might be able to make, you know, the controller, but I think we're just going to have to stick with, you know, the inscriber and whatnot. Wow, after all of that time, these things are still at 7%. I knew they were slow, but I didn't think it was that slow. And honestly, now I think we can go ahead and do this. It's just copper gear. The lumium might be its own story here. Let's take a quick look. Right, we got, that's the lumium. That's a lumium blend. So tin, silver, and then glowstone in a bucket. Yeah, great. Okay, so let me figure out if I can get this into a bucket or not. I don't see why I couldn't. We probably will just have to make this fluid transposer in and then hook it up to a fluid tank and then scoop it out. That's my guess. Hopefully it is, and we can move on. All right, so these two were really easy recipes. Honestly, we already had most of the stuff for the fluid transposer. So let's hook this up to some power, and then we can configure, I guess, different stuff. This shouldn't be too bad. And then I guess, do I just put glowstone into it? I think that's all we have to do. Maybe just, we'll grab a stack of glowstone. Does this have anywhere for me to input stuff? It does not look like it. Let's take a step back, shall we? Oh, there was a much easier way as normal. And of course I came by it a little late. That's fine. It's just 3 tin, a silver. I think I have to buy the silver. And then glowstone dust. Well, I guess we have these things for later. I know I'll use a fluid tank eventually. We can go ahead and throw those in there. Why not? They're there for later. You know, in any aspect, I guess that's, you know, the best option I could ask for. And I'm happy because we have it, right? So now we have our, what is it, lithium? No. Lumium. That's what it is. Lumium ingot. There we go. And we can throw that in there. Now, we should be all set to make this thing. There's nothing else. It's just dirt, machine frame, redstone, copper gear, and aluminum gear. So that's 4. Weird that it uses dirt, if you ask me. I think that's kind of a odd recipe for a machine, but who am I to complain? All right, what am I missing? Oh, aluminum gear should just be like so. Yes, it is. So now we can move over, and there we go. Now I think all I have to do is grab some more glowstone, which I have. Come over here, grab our seeds, and hopefully this will speed up our process. There we go. I needed to add water. That part was starting to stump me. I'm like, I know I see the sun, and I know I got all that, you know, because photogenic, so obviously you need to be accessing the sun or power or both. Why not? But there we go. I think it's working. At least it turned on. Oh, yep, just very slow. But it can't be any slower than what it was over there in the water. So I'll give this some time. We can continue to look right now. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this, to be honest with you, because I need my pure flux crystal, which we're making right now. It's EM seed. Don't have to worry about that. Sticky piston. Don't have to worry about. You know, I can use the different type of, you know, slime. I have my rice ball. It's not a big deal. You know, iron, simple. But the power of it, do I just hook it up to, you know, our little system here? Will that work? Or do I need to go ahead and make a cable first? Maybe hook it up to here? I have no clue. That's a mystery to me. Otherwise, it's really not too hard once I get everything. So I may as well make, you know, our little quartz fiber here, which is just dust and glass and everything else like that, because this is going to take me a second, but it shouldn't be too bad. Alrighty, while we're waiting for that machine to finish up, I figured why not go ahead and make a vibrant capacitor bank? Well, because we can, and why not? I already went ahead and made up, let's see here, did I grab it out? Yes, I did. Alright, so it should be right here. We got our electrical steel, so we need 5 of that. We need 1 vibrant crystal, and then we need our we need our octadic capacitors, so we need 4 of those. Go ahead, finish that, and just like so, boom. Best capacitor bank we can make, and we'll just grab 1 and connect it up to our little system here. So anything extra, we'll go into that. I'm quite pleased with that. So there we go. And I don't think we'll have any extra for a little bit. Everything really has to charge up and oh, look at that. We're done. Sweet. All that can come out. Oh my goodness. I don't think, oh, okay. 1 pure fluix crystal, and that's all we get. Awesome. Okay, good to know. So let's take a look, because we need a lot of these things. Honestly, we do. And, you know, because there's 4 here, there has to be a better way on going about this. Maybe we can speed this thing up for all I know. Let's see here. It just infuses plants with the sun's RF. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, let's see here. We can put growth accelerators next to it. Let's see here. Is this when it's in water? Sand into a puddle of water? Yeah, I think we'll have to go with the growth accelerators over this method, because I really don't want to like keep pumping water into this and waiting for it, and honestly we're gonna need augments into it. So yeah, let's end that for today there, guys. I got plans, but we need to go ahead and, you know, really focus on what we're gonna do next episode, because next episode I want my storage system. You know, I was really hoping for it today, but you know how things go in these modded adventures. You know, sometimes they take a little longer than expected, but that's the fun and the beauty of it. But guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.